Space, the final frontier, and to boldly go where no man has gone before. They are quite fanciful quotes that encompass an overwhelming joy many people experience from space exploration and the fantasy stories we tell about it in movies and TV. But some people argue that real life space travel and space exploration is dangerous and costly and not worth the risks. But I disagree. I believe that we should continue to explore space and continue to research the unknown, and that the benefits we will gain from this will vastly outreach the problems some people have about it. The first benefit of space travel it comes from NASA and their creation of the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. They have a frequently asked questions page about this, and there they explain that this coordination office is responsible for tracking and preventing things like asteroids from impacting the Earth. This is very important for our survival, as it can save many lives on our planet, including the flora and the fauna. That way, we don't meet the same fate that the dinosaurs presumably did. Next, we have the benefit of defending our telecommunication and other satellites. In another article from HowStuffWorks.com called 10 Reasons Why Space Exploration Matters to You, is that we should continue such research so that we can provide protection for our satellites from foreign attacks. These satellites are for television, GPS, radio, and the internet. These services that are instrumental to our day-to-day lives in the United States and are very important to us. Another point from the How Stuff Works article is that we may eventually need resources from other planets and moons. This is because as we have a bolstering population here on Earth, we may run out of resources such as platinum, gold, and other precious resources. Nextly, space exploration research may be good ways for countries who normally have high tensions between them or normally compete may have a chance to work together well. A good example of this is right now. On the International Space Station or on their way to it, there are 5 astronauts in space. 2 of which are from Russia. 3 are from the United States. There, they work together and live together in the International Space Station, performing scientific experiments and working together to solve mysteries that we want the answers to. And this proves how we can work together as a planet and not only as nations. Another article from Forbes titled Why Exploring Space and Investing in Research is Non-Negotiable. And it argues that although seemingly large $200 million budget of NASA it seems to be a lot, but in fact it is not. It is only around 1% of the US yearly budget, and in the grand scheme of things, that's barely a drop in the bucket. Now, they also argue that $200 million kind of pays for itself because of the things that we have gained from researching by the research NASA has provided. Because of space exploration and the space race, we now have many things that we would likely not have today without it. And another article from the Florida Institute of Technology called Out of This World Inventions for Space says there are a lot of things that we can track back to space exploration. These things include cell phone cameras, which came around in the 90s from NASA's captures of outer space. Another one of these is wireless headphones and Bluetooth technology, which were created so that astronauts, when on the moon, could communicate with NASA. Another one is water purification systems that were once used on spacecrafts, still used on spacecrafts, but are now used to prevent the spread of deadly diseases in many water supplies around the world. Solar panels also came as an invention because of NASA, because they wanted a way to provide power for spacecrafts without burning fossil fuel, which can be very dangerous in a vacuum environment with pure oxygen. So it was necessary for them to create a way to gain power from the sun without burning fossil fuels. Another one is memory foam. This is used in mattresses and everything, and a lot of things in our daily life. But it was initially created so that astronauts could have a more comfortable seat for long rides in the spacecraft. Laptops and portable computers we can all chalk up to space exploration, because NASA wanted a way to put computers and navigation systems in spacecraft, but computers way back when they were first coming around were very big, and so things like microprocessors were developed by NASA so that they could put them in spacecrafts. And baby formula was another one so that astronauts could gain the nutrition they needed from food. And scratch-resistant lenses were created so NASA could use scientific instruments without getting damaged by debris in space and on other planets like Mars or on moons. There are a lot more things that were created because of space exploration. However, I'm not going to go over all of them. I think I've made my point. But those are just the highlights. Some also say that it can be quite dangerous for astronauts, and no one's saying it isn't dangerous. But in the US, we have had 2 catastrophic failures over our 70 years, and that's in about 140 manned missions. NASA does everything they can to help protect astronauts. Even this past week, there was a historic NASA launch that was postponed till this last Saturday. That was postponed because of weather, because they wanted to ensure the protection of our astronauts when being launched from American soil. And there will be risks, and our safety will improve over time, especially as we improve our technology for space explorations, and everyone involved is aware of the risks, but they continue to forge on anyway in space exploration because they understand that it'll be a major benefit for society, science, and humans. Stopping space exploration to save money would be short-sighted, to say the least. And the benefits from space exploration are vast. We not only get new technologies that we will for sure use, and we get lots of things to put in media that make people very excited about our future.